We do not give bus drivers enough credit for what they do because how do they navigate these narrow, winding roads? We have reached the last day of our Scotland tour, which means we had a long trek to get back to our starting point in Glasgow, but we stopped at some pretty cool sights along the way. It was our turn to sit at the front of the bus, and after a nerve-wracking 90-minute drive, we had a quick bathroom and coffee break with an amazing view of the Island Donan Castle. I didn't even bother getting a drink or using the bathroom because I just wanted to take in the scene and take these videos with our limited 20 minutes here. About a half hour later, we arrived on the Isle of Skye in northwest Scotland. This area is known for its beautiful landscapes and has been occupied since around 10,000 BC, and it's one of the few places in the country where you'll find signs translated into Scottish Gaelic because people have worked very hard to preserve the language here. We didn't get to see much of Skye, but we took in the views at Kylakin for a little while before making our way down the Slate Peninsula to Armadale, where we boarded a ferry to cross back to the mainland. And when I say we boarded, I mean the tour bus boarded the boat with us on it. Luckily, we were not forced to stay inside the bus during the 30-minute ride on the ferry, and we got to walk on the upper deck and take in all the sights. It was pretty foggy, so there wasn't much to look at, and it was windy, like trouble walking in a straight line windy. I felt drunk, though the ride felt very refreshing, and the hazy mountains blanketed in fog made it feel like we were in a painting. After arriving back on the mainland, on the next leg of our journey, we were told we would be passing by the famous Glenfinnan Viaduct, otherwise known as the filming location for the Hogwarts Express. Initially, I thought we would be getting out to see it, but apparently there's no room for a tour bus, so we just drove by it, and this was literally all I could see of it. Nothing. Though we did pass the Hogwarts Express train a little further down the road. Lastly, we made a brief stop at Loch Lomond to stretch our legs and say goodbye to the Highlands before driving one more hour back to Glasgow. And that was technically the end of our tour, but I stayed in Glasgow an extra day, so there's still more to come. Stay tuned for day 6.